Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. Today I'd like to follow up on a company called Deep Cycle Systems. DCS decided that they were going to sue somebody on YouTube who did an honest product review. I went over that in this video. The TLDR of this video is not only are they suing him for doing an honest product review, but they have also changed the terms of the warranty on their website and they lied to their customers. It said that their warranty terms of service had not changed since sometime around 2021, but when you use an archiving website similar to archive.org for Australian websites, you'll notice that they changed the warranty terms to lower the threshold for providing you with warranty service from 80% to 70% under certain conditions, and they never told you that, which is not something that a company that makes good batteries would do. This gentleman over here left honest, accurate, good product reviews. These two videos are the videos that he is getting sued over, and he has spent tens upon thousands of dollars. I'm not sure exactly. I think the last time I talked to him, something in the 50s or 60s, which is just unbelievable for an honest YouTube product review and having to defend himself. These are good product reviews, not just in my opinion, but also in the opinion of a professional electrical engineer whose opinion I trust very highly, Mr. Dave Jones of EEV Blog, a channel I highly suggest that you subscribe to. This got even better recently because when you take a look, there's another candidate that it seems like they should be suing as well, which is the Australian government. So they appear to be going after people that leave them bad product reviews by threatening to sue them, false privacy complaints and stuff like that. And what I went over in this video is that when you take a look at this testing that the Australian government did for all these batteries, which cost something like, I think, $800,000 for one test, $1.2 million or so for the next test. They spent millions of dollars testing all these batteries, and you can see that all these batteries are kind of within similar ranges of each other, and then one of them looks like my stock account if I choose my own stocks prior to posting it to Wall Street Bets and Lost Point. Look at this. The DCS battery is like, I mean, this looks like zero-day expiry options. They're so much worse than every other battery. It's not just my opinion, it's a fundamental fact that is objectively testable. Now, somebody else decided that this is absolutely effing ridiculous. This is Mr. Will Prowse. He has a lovely channel over here going over solar panel installations. He tries to teach you how to do your own solar panel installation. He reviews batteries, panels, all different types of stuff related to you wanting to set up a nice little sovereign energy setup in your home. He decided to do an in-depth review of this battery, and he found many of the things that other reviewers are finding and some things that other reviewers were not finding about the internal construction of these batteries. From my notes, watching through his video in detail and taking a look at everything, first thing is that he's talking about ridiculous jargon like lithium, iron, phosphate, cyclic battery technology, and hyperactive cell balancing system. That is, like, these terms are just useless. It's a passive balancer, not some sort of advanced crazy system. The build quality was horrible. There were globs of solder. There were damaged wires that could cause shorts. The temperature sensors were poorly glued together and placed incorrectly on an insulating fiber board instead of the battery cells. This is a horribly shoddily produced product at this price point, and it's just completely unacceptable. Further, when he tested the battery capacity, it was 102 amp hours, which is considerably lower than the 129 amp hours claimed on the cells inside, which means that there is about a 20% difference between what the cells said and what they were actually able to do. This is marketed as being able to start engines in high vibration, high temperature environments in these type of off-road vehicles, and Will is arguing that you not use these batteries for these purpose because of the poor build quality, the potential for failure under these types of difficult conditions. There are much better batteries available at similar or in considerably lower prices that Will goes over in his video. So what happened to Will as a result of doing the same type of honest product review that Stephen Fisher did, that Stephen Fisher's associates did, that Dave Jones at EEV Blog has given the green light on? Hi, Solar Power with Will Prowse. This is to notify you that you've received a privacy complaint from an individual regarding your content. The information reported as violating privacy is at 1 second. Please note that this violation may occur in the title, video description, channel image, or background. This notification informs you that another user is rated privacy concerned about your content. However, it not automatically result in your videos being removed. We'll review the complaint for potential violations of our privacy guidelines and consider restricting the content. In the meantime, please review the content and consider making revisions to address the potential violation. I wonder who issued a privacy complaint on his video hours after it was released. What did his video have at 1 second in that was so bad? Because they're claiming the privacy violation occurs at 1 second.
So we have a DCS.
This is a product that you can purchase online. since you could buy this product online, there is no expectation of privacy because this is a publicly available product that you can get from anywhere. This logo is a logo that anybody will see if they purchase the product. If I purchase a pair of sunglasses from the store, there is no expectation of privacy there. There was no NDA signed to be able to purchase this. There are many products where you may have to sign an NDA in order to get access to them, where one could argue that you are breaking some sort of NDA, you are breaking some sort of privacy agreement by allowing some sort of trade secreted technology, product, whatever, out into the marketplace. This is a battery. Anybody here could buy that battery. I highly suggest that you don't. If you do buy that battery, please do unsubscribe. But point being, anybody can buy this battery if they wanted to, and I imagine a lot more people on YouTube are going to be buying these batteries to tear them apart and destroy this company for their horribly produced product. There's no privacy, there's no legitimacy to any of this privacy complaint. And if you read up online on how DCS has not just reacted to Stefan, but other people have reviewed their products, if you look at how they've responded to any negative reviews that they get on their platform, it's always this horribly, viscerally childlike nonsense. I mean, I respond to my fake reviews, but I also have bad reviews. Like, if you look at my bad reviews, one of the reasons that you don't have a lot of them with nice responses is because after I give the nice response and I say, listen, man, I fucked up, I'm sorry, you'll often see they change it back to 4 or 5 stars. I have responded to some of these that are completely ridiculous, like when somebody says, he was not willing to fix my 12-year-old product that he said he couldn't get parts to anymore. Like, yeah, no shit, asshole. But I've never in a million years told somebody, you cannot leave an honest product review or I will try to pursue you in court. This is something I take personally because it's something that's happened to me. I've gotten a lot of these false privacy claims in the past. I go to legislative hearings that are open to the public, and I will record registered lobbyists in that state say things that I think are untrue. I will upload what they said, I'll upload what I said to YouTube, and then I'll provide commentary on what they said. I will not change what they said. I won't put words in their mouth. And in spite of this, I would get privacy claims on my videos. There were no expectations of privacy here. Anybody in the United States could walk into this legislative building and speak at this hearing or listen to this hearing. They even have XLR jacks on the wall for newscasters to plug in the microphones to their cameras so that they can record these hearings. They're open to the public and people expect them to show up and record them. In spite of that, I would get these privacy claims, and sometimes they would actually succeed in getting my videos removed from YouTube. This is bullshit. People are allowed to criticize you. There is no such thing as an expectation of privacy over a fucking battery. And maybe the battery didn't want to be undressed. Maybe it was shy to have its clothes taken off in front of all these people. Like if somebody put a camera in my room while I was naked. But in all seriousness here, this is something that you're going to ruin your reputation on forever. And more importantly, it's not even about the corporate misconduct. It's about the fact that you are losing the locus of control over your own life. This is something I talked about in a video that I did 11 years ago, back when I actually had hair. This is something I believe for a long time. If you say that, my customers are just unreasonable and this reviewer is defaming me and that person is not engineering, if you're blaming everybody else, what does that mean? It means that they're in control of your life, not you. If you take accountability and responsibility, even if you weren't wrong, if you figure out to yourself, okay, what could I have done in this instance for this to not happen? What could I have done differently to have had a different outcome? You are now in the driver's seat of your company, and you are in the driver's seat of your own life. This applies to so much more than just running a business. You want to be in the driver's seat of your life. You don't want everybody else to be running your life for you. I released a video yesterday, and that video sucked. I could have blamed the person who recorded it and edited it. I could have blamed the audience and said, you guys are just all spoiled. I didn't. I blame myself, because at the end of the day, who's the person who taught him how to do these videos? Nobody. Why? Because I'm a shit business owner. I was being a crap business owner at that time. If my name is on the business, that means it is my fault all the time. Maybe I don't think it's fair sometimes, but life is not fair. As Ray Liotta said in The Iceman, if you want life to be fair, you're talking to the wrong fucking guy. I told one of my employees that yesterday. There are things at my business that I'm not always a fan of, especially, like when I kind of run it as a workers' co-op, they all get paid more than me. There's an item that gets put out of stock for 3 or 5 months. Like, this shit sucks. Sometimes things don't work out. Whose name is on the door? Mine. Who's responsible and accountable for ensuring that everybody does what they're supposed to, has the tools to do what they're supposed to, is motivated to do what they're supposed to, is who's responsible for looking over everything? Me. Who should get blame? Me. You created the battery. You created items with fucked up solder joints. You created items that are rated for a higher amp hour rating than what they're actually tested at. What do you have to lose by taking some locus of control, by taking some accountability and responsibility for these things so that you can actually have a better outcome in your own life? Why do you not want to be in the driver's seat of your own life? Why do you want to blame everybody else for your problems? It doesn't work. I disagree strongly with this idea that people that have more money should be able to cancel people that have less money, that they can take away their rights to free speech, to criticize your product. People have a right to free speech. They are allowed to criticize you, especially when it's factually correct. And it doesn't matter if you don't like their speech. I don't like it when people try to get other people fired simply because they have said something that is offensive to them. I don't like it when people are getting canceled and losing their jobs simply because somebody is offended by what they said. I believe in free speech, and I believe that people should not be canceled over nonsense. This is not even something that's unique to the internet. This shit has been happening for 44 years. You have people that get mad when people criticize their business models when their business models don't work, and they'll sue them, and then they'll try to get them fired. There are many people in this country that don't value free speech, that don't value people's ability to have a differing opinion than them and keep their jobs. I don't respect people that leverage their position of either having more power or more money to get other people fired or to shut down their free speech simply because they don't like what they have to say. And apparently, you're one of them. I would highly suggest that you manage the locus of control of your own life. You can control how you respond to these things. You can control whether, the coffee's wearing off. Coffee's a fucking drug. I'm convinced that the only reason caffeine is not in the DSM-5 as something that should be illegal is because every single person who writes that shit is hooked on it. I give myself coffee one day a month, and I'm like literally fucking vibrating with, I had 1 cup this morning. 1 cup. Anyway. I would highly suggest that you take a little bit of accountability and responsibility and get in the driver's seat of your own life. Would it kill you to just open your products and try and make the solder joints a little better? If you're not making them, to just pay the vendor of the product maybe an additional 10 or 15% and ask them if they could touch up these little things so that they're better. Or to warrant the product or to advertise the product as closer to the amp hours that it's actually rated for. Have a negotiation with your product. Do what Jim Camp suggests and start with no when it comes to General Motors and the parts manufacturers. You can do this. You can be in the driver's seat of your own life. It doesn't have to be a predestined or a preordained outcome that 1 year from now, the top 10 results on Google are not even your website. It's just a bunch of news websites and YouTubers with 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 million subscribers going over the fact that you've sued everybody. You filed false privacy complaints. Your products look like shit on the inside. That's not going to work. You have the power to change course. You have the power so that come August of 2025, your products are not so universally bashed on Google that people can't even find your website to buy them because your own website is on page 3. But it's your choice. It's up to you. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. Continue running your reputation to the ground or turn course. I pinned the comment in one of the recent videos I did because I know this from experience. There is nothing more enthralling or tempting in life than doubling down on a bad decision. Trust me, I know. I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. No more coffee. No more coffee. Coffee is a drug. The difference between coffee and cocaine is like, it's not as much as people think. I'm telling, and maybe it's just how it affects me. I'm not like, no more. Decaf. Not even decaf. Water. Plain water. H-E-B makes some damn good coffee. They have this non-dairy almond creamer. It's some cookie dough, cookie batter creamer. Oh my God, that stuff is amazing. It's very tempting. H-E-B is the best coffee I've ever tried. Get a nice little coffee grinder. I got to throw that thing off my balcony though. If I don't throw that thing off my balcony. See you in the next